Can I get pimples because I'm nervous?
Like you're stressed. Yeah, stress can cause that because stress leads to hormonal fluctuations.
Yeah.
So there's increase of cortisol levels. My mom is, I would call her a skin enthusiast as well. I think I've seen her apply 90% of the vegetables we have in our kitchen on her skin.
What's up with that? I see people putting, I don't know,
Tomatoes,
avocado,
turmeric.
Isn't that painful if it goes into your eyes? So do you think that if we were to change our diet, we would not need to take care of our skin with skincare products?
100%. Processed sugar, we can start with that. The amount of Coca-Cola we consume in a day.
I was told that Coca-Cola has 22 spoonfuls of sugar.
I deal with things like polynucleotides, which is derived from salmon sperm.
Hey, so how do they get the salmon sperm?
Cut them open, retrieve the sperms from the gonads.
Humans. Things humans would do just to be comfortable. Before the show starts, I want to let you in on something. Episode 100, 101, and 102 of the Couch Connect podcast is going to be recorded live in the city of Nairobi, the city of Toronto, and the city of Minneapolis. If you'd like to be part of the audience, purchase your ticket now. Find the link in the description to this video below. Enjoy this episode. I had people say once that toothpastes will help clear pimples. Is that true?
Who lied? Who lied?
People put toothpaste on pimples. all
Okay,
the time.
even me, I used to. Let me not judge anyone.
When did you realize that it doesn't work? It doesn't work.
Because the pimples were okay, I mean, it dries the thing. And that's because it absorbs whatever is there. But it doesn't make the pimple go away. You're not addressing the issue, like the core problem.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if you decide to do pimple treatment with toothpaste, also go back and treat the root cause of your problem. What are the root causes of pimples, by the way?
Hormonal imbalance. That.
Can I get pimples because I'm nervous?
Because you're nervous.
Yeah.
Like you're stressed. Yeah, stress can cause that because stress leads to hormonal fluctuations. If you ask me, I think it leads to cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone in the body.
Yeah.
So there's increase of cortisol levels. And when that happens, some of that leads to hormonal imbalance. So you get pimples.
Okay.
It's more of somehow it's somehow tied to hormonal imbalance. Stress, hormonal imbalance, pimples.
Why do people get so many hormones when they're in high school?
They were teenagers, and that's when
Hormones are all over the place.
The onset of adolescence. So there's, onset of a lot of things.
Yeah.
So the body is very confused. Yeah.
When do you remember when you were in high school? Did you have so many pimples yourself?
Not so much.
So you were never an adolescent. Can you say that? Could you say that you never had hormonal imbalance when you were a teenager?
In high school, I never really experienced, that really bad phase where you're experiencing skin breakouts or and I think, I had late onset of adolescence.
What does that mean? You became an adolescent when you were like 19? When you were 20?
I think when I was 16 and I was in Form 3.
Okay. You're almost done high school. So what happened?
It used to worry me and also my parents.
No, like what I mean is how do you know that you are 14 and you are not an adolescent yet? Like how do people figure that out?
See, I mean, we were all taught the body changes you're supposed to go through when there is onset of adolescence.
Is that when people start getting their periods?
Periods, yes.
So you start getting your periods when you're like done high school?
almost done with high school. Yeah.
Hey, your entire family was scared.
Yeah, they were worried. My mom was panicking.
Okay.
But I mean, some of my family members are medics, so I don't think it was.
But I think that's a good thing. And here's why I think it's a good thing.
Why?
I think that you are more mature and you've seen how other girls are handling their period business. So I guess at that point you're also comfortable handling it.
I was very comfortable and I was very happy.
When they came.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was scared. Maybe physically I'm female, but
inside you're male.
Inside.
Actually, you were?
I was very scared. I happened to study with how do we call them? Asemenya? What's the English word?
Hermaphrodites?
Yes. In my primary school.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they called them, but I think there's many terms for it now. They could be...
But for me, Semenya stuck because that's the word we used to use a lot.
So they had both the male and the female parts?
Yes. And
how did you guys figure that out?
She told
she told you guys?
She told us. But imagine, eventually she ended up being male.
Because she never got periods?
Like, most of her adolescent... her adolescent changes were more male. She was getting high testosterone.
Yeah.
Growing, her voice broke. So
so you're there showering in the I don't know, the dorm or whatever with other girls, and then you're like, hey, nisaidio towel hapo.
And I think we were all so young. And there's that beauty of not knowing things and not feeling uncomfortable about things. So we never, I mean, there's a stereotype, but it wasn't bad. And me being in a Catholic school,
it was fair, you think?
It was fair. And I think she was in the other, like the higher classes, not in my class. So
I don't know about you. So in my elementary school, we used to shower out in the field. I was in a boarding school. It was a mix. So the girls had their section, the boys we had our section. So there was showers and bathrooms and all that for us to shower. But we used to shower out in the open in the field. So we'd get water in our basins or buckets or whatever, and then we'd put it out, and then we'd shower out in the open. And so I'm only wondering, so in your school, you guys you shower in bathrooms and stuff like that?
In my primary school, because I was in boarding school from class 4 to class 8, we had really good facilities. I'm not going to lie. So we had cubicles.
Yeah.
Where you have,
so you went to one of those bougie primary schools.
Really, but yeah, it had good facilities, and we never used to share showers. Like we never used to shower out in the open.
In my primary school, we used to even share beds, man. But that's what happens.
Sometimes, because when the hospital... Okay, guy.
That is actually sad. I'm sorry I laughed. So you are in a hospital, you are sick, you are stressed, and you can't even find a bed, and these are government hospitals, should be funded by taxpayers, the tax that you pay.
Yeah.
That is actually sad.
Please don't usieke jina.
Okay.
So.
Hey, let's cut.
Some of the public hospitals people share
I think
beds.
we'll just blip it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. People share beds because the facilities are minimal and people are very sick. And the time being when I was in a public hospital setting, it wasn't the best experience.
Yeah.
Mentally, it was.
So you worked
draining.
in that institution?
Yeah, I did my internship in that institution.
So every morning when you go to work, it's mentally draining?
Mentally draining. Very draining. I was actually very happy when I left. But I mean, it's always my daily prayer that we'll get to a point where things will get better.
Yeah.
I'm praying so. I'm really praying so. But yeah, we need to change. It's that bad.
Yeah, I think so too. You know, going back to the Semenya story, I feel like our society hasn't comprehended that entire thing. I feel like, for instance, you know, you said earlier that someone could be male on the outside but female on the inside, or vice versa. And that cannot be comprehended by many people, because all people expect to see is what they see, from the outside. And so, for instance, there are people who are gay or lesbian because they are that way biologically.
Okay.
I'm going to break that down.
Yeah.
Okay, so phenotype is what we see. Genotype is what we don't see on the inside.
Yeah.
So phenotypically, you are female, right? Genotypically, you're also female.
Yeah.
And your genes produce the protein, which turn you into the female phenotype. So your genes will produce, your genes will lead to the creation of the RNA that will then eventually create the protein.
Yeah.
That is the hormone, estrogen, for you, and a little bit of testosterone. So
Yeah.
you're female because you have lots of estrogen and very little testosterone.
Yes.
I am male because I have so much testosterone and very little estrogen. It is possible for me to get more estrogen, a lot of testosterone, but more estrogen still than I would handle, or like a normal male would handle.
Yeah.
And so what will happen is that estrogen will cause me to have some phenotypically female features.
Yeah.
So I might have developed some boobs, I might develop a vagina, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And vice versa for you. You might have more testosterone. You'd break your voice. You'd have a beard, smaller boobs maybe because you have less estrogen, stuff like that. And the female parts and male parts together. But then it happens that you can have the genotype, but it doesn't show phenotypically.
Yeah.
So what we see is a female, or what we see is a male, but I have lots of estrogen that gives me the female phenotype that is not seen. So that could be my attraction to other males, my attraction to males because I have lots of estrogen, right? Or something like that. And so then it is, because we don't understand that fact of science, we just assume that everybody who is gay is
A choice.
Is a choice. They chose to be gay.
Yeah.
And so that, and I feel bad because you see this story that you just told me. It reminded me of a story that I had back in the day. There was this girl. So he was born with both parts, or she was born with both parts, and the dad decided to remove, or the dad decided to make her male, or the parents decided, you know what, you are male. So they forced her into the male system of life. So he went to, male things. He was called a male name and all that. But he had both parts, right?
Yeah.
And so he gets to teenage, and
The body starts.
showing up, showing things, right? He started having boobs. The parents decided to go and chop off the boobs because they want him to be male. He started to, so he's in a boys' boarding school. The guy starts to menstruate. So he has to hide, right? From people.
Yeah.
And you can, so I told you, like, I went into a school whereby we shower out in the open. So for him, he couldn't shower out in the open. He has to hide, shower at night or early in the morning when people can't see behind the fence and stuff like that. For us, he just shower out in the open because, we are...
All of you are the same.
Yeah, we are the same and we are okay. And so what eventually happened, the guy, one day was found out by some people somehow, kids are nosy or whatever. They found out, they beat him up. Kids just being kids, they beat him up. Oh, you are whatever you are. I don't know. They beat him up. And then the parents decided to move schools, but they're giving him hormone therapy.
So they're putting him on testosterone.
Yes. And so the guy finished school. So, if you've listened to this story so far, this guy was supposed to be more female than male.
Yeah.
Because he was menstruating and he had boobs. From a little understanding, he should have been female. Yeah. But he had been forced down the male path. So the guy eventually went to university abroad, and he had an opportunity to find people who were like him, or, minded who are fluid in a way, right? Who are sexually fluid. And he ended up with that crowd I think some of them were into drugs and drinking and stuff like that. Eventually, I think he overdosed or something.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And passed away. So, moral of the story here being, I think it is sad when people pass judgment on everyone just because they are not, conformed to our way of thinking.
Like the normal social cause.
Exactly. And so that's why I say if someone tells me that they are gay, I accept them for who they are.
Yeah.
And, let's move on. I think there's lots of things that someone would have beyond their sexuality.
Yeah. Personally, I stopped.
Stop what?
I'm not going to say that I used to wonder, why would you choose to be, the other side? Until I came to find out some of these things you do not control.
Yeah.
So one of my brother's young friends, my younger brother's friends, so it's a kid in our area where I've grown up, and he was born a boy. I mean, his physical features, he's a boy.
Yeah.
But you can't tell me this young boy knew from the word go, like, to start acting feminine from a very young age.
From like when he was like 2 years old, he's wearing.
From when he was, I think 6, he would when he'd come with my brother from school, he'd take my nail
Handbag.
polish. He'd take my lip glosses. Even how he speaks, he has a feminine,
Yeah.
And I don't think he had any control to any of that, because I feel like children are so easy to mold and steer towards a certain direction.
Yeah.
And I feel like his parents never had that
Opportunity.
No, they did. They tried.
Okay.
But this is him.
Yeah.
And I really admire them because they never forced him into anything he didn't want to do. They just let him be.
Yeah.
So saying that, I keep an open mind, very much so, when it comes to such matters. It's still very sensitive, especially to our society.
Yeah, and the society right now is becoming very conservative. I think we are moving to become more openly conservative, where we want people to be conformed to a certain type of way and live a certain type of way, a certain type of lifestyle, and show up in a certain type of way.
Yeah, true.
And yet, I think just let people be. But that's just me.
Acha watu wa vibe. Acha watu wa flow. Hii life ni fupi.
Life is short, eh?
Life's too short to not enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So earlier we were talking about the onset of adolescence, and I'd never actually thought about this.
Yeah.
So is it true that you would just be in class and you stand up and you have blood all over your pants or your skirt?
In some case scenarios, because you're sometimes, okay, especially if it's onset, your body doesn't know, okay, what's happening. For you, it's a normal day. I'm having stomachache. Yeah, that's normal. Maybe I took something during lunch hour.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something I ate. But the next minute, red flags everywhere. So I don't really remember my first, I think, how my first flow was. I don't remember the exact situation. But for me, it felt very normal. I didn't experience the normal cramps. I didn't experience too much of that. All that came later. Because I feel like the subconscious mind plays a game, a really dirty game. Because the minute now, it's the same case when you break your leg. For example, you're in an accident and you break a limb.
Yeah.
You'll walk. Even if you don't have a foot, you'll stand up and walk.
Yeah.
Until your brain comes to the realization, oh, there's no leg. That's when you'll fall and start experiencing pain.
Yeah.
So for me, the first experience was very, Until now, I started, reaching out, talking with my friends, and they're telling me, Akimi nauma na tumbo. I'm not feeling well. That's when I started also experiencing these things.
That's when you started experiencing
Yes.
the cramps?
Funny thing, yes.
So you never used to have cramps until you talked to someone about it?
Yeah. I felt like it was borrowed perception and experiences. But yeah, for most people, first experience, it happens like that. You stand up and someone tells you, hey, there's something on your skirt.
There's some business.
Or someone just comes in. I love how Africans, we're very dramatic. Everyone coming, running around you, and they're tying sweaters around your waist, and they're taking
But
you
is
to
that a good thing?
It's a good thing.
Because they are protecting you from embarrassment and stuff like that.
Yes, but sometimes it even attracts attention. I'm sorry, but it's
I mean,
it would
be wouldn't it be worse attention if you're walking down the street and you had
okay, yeah, true.
Yeah.
So
and I'm thinking, I mean, being in a mixed boarding school and we see a girl walking, I'm just imagining going back to my 13, 12, 14-year-old when I was in elementary school. I mean, it would be very strange to see a girl walking down with blood all over her skirt, because I think we were very stupid, so we probably started making jokes, started making funny noises and stuff like that, which probably doesn't help.
It doesn't make the situation any better. So having I feel like when it comes to periods and matters concerning menstruation, women stand together.
Okay.
Because we all like, trust me, if I walk down the hall and I approach a lady and I'm like, hey, do you have a tampon or do you have a pad? They'll be so quick to dive into their handbags and give me something.
Okay.
Yeah. Or if they'll be like, are you okay? Or if it's a matter of when I express to my parents, like, I'm feeling under the weather, I'm experiencing cramps, they immediately they get to empathetic. They don't start telling you can't manage. They will totally understand. Yeah, rather.
So when you're in high school, or when girls are in high school, do they experience pain? I would imagine they do.
Yeah.
So can you use that as a reason to get off class? And would the understanding be that because you have female teachers will be more understanding and they'll let you off class? Or do they turn tables and they're like, man?
This is where I think the gameplay of generations comes in. I think the boomers and Gen X and some millennials had to endure. They were forced, like they had to endure all that.
Yeah.
So they expect you to also endure.
So you're there, you're doing your exams, you're in so much pain and nobody cares.
Okay, but there are some people in cases where, because there's a condition called endometriosis, that's really bad.
Yeah.
As it has chronic, I would say that's chronic pain.
Yeah,
I've had
a couple of people who actually passed away from endometriosis.
Yeah. It's really bad. It has really bad pain. So in such case scenario, you do not, it's unfair for someone to expect a lady to sit in class or sit and do whatever they're supposed to do while experiencing this.
Yeah.
In such cases, while I was in high school, they'd get they'd go to the dormitories.
Okay.
Yeah, or the sanatorium, and they sleep, or they're given injections for some really strong drugs to help with the pain.
And that's only in cases of endometriosis, or even in cases of like normal.
Even normal,
even
but
even
if it's normal, but it's too much, it's unbearable pain. I would also recommend just get something. You do not really have to go through all that. I would recommend, but some people are like, I can fight it, and which is okay. Again, this is a personal preference. Personally, I wouldn't, but yeah, there are people who soldier on, and there are people who it's too much.
So maybe this is too much intrusion, but so if you were in pain, you wouldn't go to work, for instance,
I would,
or you'd take medication that would take care of your pain and then go to work.
I'd take medication, because for me it's not that bad. But if it's really bad, I would definitely take a sick leave.
So So do the breakouts also happen soon after when
Mostly during ovulation.
Okay.
Because that's when your hormones are shifting. Ovulation, and there's some people who still have extended, who experience acne even during menstruation, but mostly during ovulation because of onset of hormones.
Yeah.
Just to prepare your body for all that change.
To prepare your body to handle babies who are coming. Yeah.
So
It's actually amazing, when I think about. So I'm a scientist, but also I'm a scientist who believes in intelligent design. So Christians call it creation, or Muslims too. And it is so amazing how our bodies are designed, by our Creator, to be able to handle all this.
Yeah.
Especially like when we just talk about preparing for childbirth, and how your body just prepares for that specific process every month. But do you feel like sometimes maybe it is a burden on you guys?
it is so many times that the other day I was talking to a friend and I was like, I wish the thing about your soul partner, like the person you're supposed to end up with, munagawana hizi vitu.
There's nothing like a soul partner.
Okay, but I'm just saying, if it were real, or if it were possible, God would have connected you to whoever you will end up with for the rest of your life. If it was designed that you get to end up to spend eternity with someone, tunagawana hizi vitu. I can't be suffering alone.
But I don't know. You say you won't be suffering alone. I mean, we all have different sort of sufferances, if I'd call it that.
What do men suffer with?
I don't know. There's other things that we suffer from, not childbirth, but I don't know, the burden of responsibility. I feel like when I think about my daughter and my wife, I always feel a burden of responsibility for them. Anytime that I'm doing something, I'm always thinking about my daughter's well-being. And so, just thinking about that, there's this burden of responsibility that is on me. And even society puts that burden of responsibility on me. The way that I also feel like sometimes the society puts a burden of responsibility on ladies. It could be perceived or real, but sometimes you would have this sort of perceived burden of responsibility that the lady's supposed to take care of their children, something like that.
Yeah, she needs to be the home bearer, rather.
Yeah, the
homemaker. Homemaker.
Yeah.
In case it's mokungu, yukunga.
Yeah.
I had that thing so many times. The man sachas because he's a homo sacha, and the woman kungas because you're a homo kungu, so you kunga the home.
Yeah.
Again, social cause. I think we live in a society where we've seen a lot, we've experienced a lot, and at this point, I would say, do what makes you happy, but at the same time, my main belief is, do not bring harm to anyone else, but choose yourself. Choose yourself, but don't harm anyone.
Yeah.
Just to create a healthy ecosystem, because we are all dependent on each other.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Totally. So you are a skin specialist?
Not really.
Okay.
So I am a pharmaceutical technologist by profession. And I also double as an aesthetics medical representative.
Aesthetics medical representative. Okay.
So this is where the skin part comes in.
I'm only asking this because I'm wondering if you became interested in aesthetics or skin because of experiences that you had with your skin.
Not really.
Okay. Why did you become interested in aesthetics?
From a very young age, actually. My mom is, I would call her a skin enthusiast as well. I think I've seen her apply 90% of the vegetables we have in our kitchen on her skin.
What's up with that? I see people putting, I don't know,
tomatoes,
avocado, all over their face. I see the most.
Turmeric.
Yeah, isn't that painful if it goes into your eyes?
Okay, if it goes into your eyes, yes.
Even when you smell it?
No, it's not that.
Like when you put it around your, I don't know what you call this part where your mustache grows.
Yeah, it's not that bad, really. You know, turmeric is a natural antibiotic, and at the same time, it also helps with inflammation.
Dave, let's find a picture of someone who's full of all these home care, skincare products on their face, and let's put it up. Let's put that picture up. I'd love to see what that looks like. But I don't know. It is too much.
But it works.
Do they work?
They do.
Really?
My best friend is Somali.
Okay.
And we've practically lived together in college, through college.
Mm-hmm.
And
you are roommates?
Yes.
Okay.
Somehow. We were not really direct roommates, but trust me, I was spending more time in her room than mine. Or she was spending it in my room than hers.
In your school, did you have something called exile?
No.
Do you know what that is?
No, I was in a girls' hostel.
Girls don't exile each other?
No, we never
Okay.
used to.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't. Unless it was, no, but I've never been exiled.
To give context to the folks who are watching us, exile is when a guy is your roommate. So if you have one roommate and you live in one room, so your roommate decides to bring his girlfriend over for a visit, and he asks you politely or impolitely to go and spend the night elsewhere. Sometimes you just come and you find the door locked. You try knocking, man, nobody's opening. Yeah, so you understand, man, it's not your
exile.
night. You're exiled.
I think that was more prevalent in
boys
hostels?
Yeah,
boys hostels.
Mm-hmm.
More than girls. Because our school had separate, we had boys hostels.
Yeah,
and girls.
there could be boys and girls hostels, but the girl would decide
we were restricted.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, the boys couldn't access our hostels. Neither do the girls go to the other side.
Do you think that is a crucial step in development?
It is. The interactions with the other gender are very crucial.
So should we ban all boys' schools?
I think we should ban all one-gender schools.
There's a university I believe it's in Utah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put up a picture of Brigham Young University. So it's the Mormon university of the world.
Mm-hmm.
It has, I believe, different compounds for male students and different grounds for female students. So different classes, different everything.
What?
For male students and female students. University, yeah.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know about that. I thought I knew everything about the Mormon church. Shock on me.
There's a book you should read. It's called Educated by a lady called Tara. Let's put up a picture of Educated. Mm-hmm. Tara somebody, man, I forgot the name. Go check it out. It's a really nice book, very well written. The parents were Mormon, and she paints a very, I'd say, bad experience of a Mormon girl living in rural. I forget where the story is set, but it's somewhere around the West.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think it's sad. The life that she lives as a young person was very sad. I mean, if you're interested, you could go read it. But I love it because of the way it's written.
Mm-hmm.
I love her writing style.
Mm-hmm.
It's top notch.
I'll go read it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've actually been to a Mormon church, and
Mm-hmm.
they tried to give us a background about the church. I mean, they don't mention the gruesome stuff,
Of course.
but we all know the stories.
Yeah, you should read about the founder, Joseph Smith.
Yeah. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting. They never mentioned about their university. Is it
Yeah.
still operational?
Yeah, it's operational. I mean, it's a modern university. They have all the modern facilities. They even have so you've probably heard of a group called Vocal Point, BYU Vocal Point.
Yeah.
So it's so BYU is Brigham Young University.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Mormon music is very, very nice. Mormon, they sing nicely. When you look at the I think they have the Mormon choir or something like that, and they have videos on YouTube. You can go check them out.
I listened to some of the choirs.
Yeah.
Like the
What do you
some of
think?
they're very nice. Don't you think the borderline close to some of the Adventists?
I think so too. I mean, you know David Ashuleta, right?
Yeah.
He's Mormon.
Interesting.
And he's even sung in the choir sometimes with their kids' choir.
It's like a symphony.
Yeah. Let's put up a picture of that. The poster of that song. It's like a symphony.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. Okay, explains a lot. It's making sense.
How did we end up in the Mormon church?
They opened one of their temples close to where I live, and I was very interested.
So
Their structures are quite pious, as I would call them. And I wanted to get because I had rumors that they spent close to 3 billion Kenyan shillings to build it, and I wanted to see what's all this fuss.
Yeah.
Let's see what's there.
Your president probably should also do the same.
No.
He's trying to do the same in Steros. You heard that, right? He's building a $1 billion church, 1 billion shilling church or something.
It's crazy. If you ask me, you can use that money to help society.
Have you heard of that story in Uganda where there was a politician in Uganda who was sick? Let's find a picture of that politician and put it up. So the guy was sick. He went to Germany, got treated, came back to Uganda. And he told the Ugandans when he's up, he decided to build a church when he came back. And he told the folks in Uganda, or in his village or whatever that was, told them, I was very sick. Let's put up the video actually.
In November 2022, I was diagnosed with cancer of the throat. And I underwent chemo and radiotherapy. And I stayed in Germany for 6 months. And I recovered. When I got up out of that nasty experience, I promised God and myself that I would build him a church in his honor.
When he went to Germany, I'm sure he never went to church, most likely, or maybe maybe went once or twice.
Yeah.
But he spent most of his time in a hospital, and the hospital is what is needed to treat the people, so that they don't travel to Germany or whatever, where those places
they can't
exist.
afford to go to Germany for the treatment.
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense. It beats logic, honestly.
And sometimes I feel like, we use religion to excuse our failures as a society.
Clock that. It's true. That's heavy. And that's very true.
So, did you tell me a reason why you decided to go into aesthetics?
I was saying, I was telling you, my mom used to do this home remedy things, and she used to buy me little skincare things.
Hyaluronic acid.
No, she wasn't that extra.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the little
There's
a
one
nice
I learned
moisturizer.
recently. I learned something recently. Let me remember the name. Snail mucin serum.
Yeah.
I learned of that. I had someone in the pod recently. She's a makeup artist, and we talked about snail mucin serum. I can't imagine putting snail mucus on my face.
It helps. It works. It's Korean. It's part of Korean beauty.
What is Korean beauty?
Korean beauty. These are Korean facial products that actually work, which is very true. They do work.
Is that the
They're
reason
very
why
effective.
ladies, I'd say ladies because it's most of them nowadays, they are old but look very young?
Probably, and Botox too.
I know my mom doesn't put on Botox.
Yeah.
But my mom, if my mom watches this, I want to know that I admire her beauty. She's very beautiful. I compare my mom is 50-something now. When I compare her to my 50-something-year-old grandmother, I think my 50-something-year-old grandmother's skin had shrunken. I can remember her.
Shriveled.
She was shriveled.
Yeah.
She was old. But my mother at 50-something looks very young. Very... Is it? I think she uses Korean Beauty. Do you? Maybe she'll tell me. She'll
She
tell me
should.
behind the tent.
She should tell us, because 100% people are intentional.
Korean Beauty. Does it come from Korea, or is it just a term that is given to it?
It's just given the term because these are practices they like.
That
on
Korean people do.
That's what they do, and
That's
it
why
works.
Korean looks so young.
Have you seen their skin?
Can we find a picture of an old Korean woman? Let's say a 60-something-year-old Korean woman who looks like she's 20.
Trust me. If you look at their skin, it works. The snail missing works.
Okay.
The snail missing works. Even some of the, like, I deal with things like polynucleotides, which is derived from salmon sperm.
Hey. So how do they get the salmon sperm?
They have to.
Or do they wait? Well, I know that the way. Okay. Do they excite them into thinking that they are,
I think they
mating?
just fish
Oh, and then they
for human consumption or not. I think
and then
depending on the area.
they cut them open.
Yeah, and they cut them open, retrieve the sperms from the gonads.
Hey, humans. Things humans would do just to be comfortable.
But
Hey.
again, it's there's the wild salmon and there's the trout fish, which is normally farm bred for human consumption.
Yeah.
Which I think it's more humane. You breed fish for human consumption.
You think that's humane?
I feel like it's better than going
Killing one in the wild?
going into the wild ocean and finding.
How about we say that any sort of fishing is inhumane? Because I'm here thinking, man, I am growing simply to satisfy this person's hunger. I saw this photo once. I mean, I get why you would say it's humane, but I don't know what I feel. I saw this photo once. It was an AI created image. Dave, let's try see if we can find that photo. It was a photo of it's like a supermarket store. It's like a grocery store. And you have cattle as the butchers. So there's this cattle standing behind a
I think I've
counter.
seen.
They're the butchers. They have axes and knives on them. And then there's chicken walking around with pushing trolleys full of packaged human meat. So there's like babies curled up. The way you go to a store and find a chicken, curled up in a package. So it's small human babies curled up. Over here there's hands chopped, like chopped up, and the butcher cow is, or the butcher bull, whatever it was, it's holding a human leg, I think, and is cutting it open. But Dave, if you find that photo, let's put it up and let's folks see what it looks like. When you look at that, man, you feel some type of way. If you can even think about the mental picture of that image.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, so you get the polynucleotides from the salmon sperm. Okay.
Yeah. From my understanding, I'm yet to visit a plant that processes it. But I'm also very interested to see how they actually do it.
So what I'm wondering is, I mean, if you're getting specifically the polynucleotides, I believe that polynucleotides are well, I know that nucleotides make up DNA or RNA.
Yeah.
So do they actually get, AGTC, like adenine, guanine, thymine, and cytosine?
Yes, they do.
So like chemically process the sperm to harvest the...
Actually, it's the raw. Okay, let me try and give a quick overview of how I think the processing procedure goes.
Yeah.
So you've gotten the salmon sperm from the gonads of the fish. You've taken it to a plant. It goes through in like high purification technology just to make sure that it's safe for injection or human consumption. And then so when that is purified and formed into an injectable, then that is packaged and then we get it to the clinics and they're injected. The essence of it being, the essence of using the derivatives of RNA and DNA is to trigger like some some skin processes that do not occur at certain age. Okay, like some skin processes, like for example, collagen production, cell increase in cell turnover. Another thing is fibroblast growth. All these things are necessary. I mean, we have these things in our bodies, right? We all have DNA, and all these are the things that enable our cells to divide and multiply, and that's how again aging comes in. Because now it gets to a point your body is no longer able to do some of these processes.
Telomeres shorten
Yeah.
as a result of, and then that results in aging.
Yes.
I'm only wondering can't we, if you can get a DNA strand, isn't there a way we can use a bioreactor to increase the amount of DNA that we have, and then essentially but maybe, okay, I get my point. Maybe I'm answering myself here. But if you can grow the amount of DNA that you have or RNA that you have, and then you can use that to transplant. So you said they're injectable. So you actually inject this polynucleotides into people.
Yeah, you inject them. How do we call that? I've forgotten the name. But you inject not deep into the skin tissue, but you target the areas you want to
look young.
Yeah, to look not really look young. You've seen the structure of the skin.
Yeah.
There's the epidermis, dermis, the
other subcutaneous.
Yeah.
So you target, probably somewhere in the subcutaneous layer. The dermis. Okay.
You target the dermis because that's where there's cell build-up, and that's where the cells multiply.
Yeah.
Rather, the skin cells are stacked up. So when you inject it into intradermal, then that triggers the processes to start occurring.
Do you think I can be like 100 and look like the way I am right now?
You can.
Really?
You can.
But why is it that all this? I've seen all these American movie stars. Let's find a picture of. Let's find a picture. I forgot even their names. But there are these people who have had these injectables, probably. I don't know if they're only doing Botox or whatever. And then they look so strange. They can't even smile. Let's find a picture of an old, like their old picture when they were young, and one when they are, whatever they look like right now, and put them next to each other. And let's, folks, write in the comments below what you think about what these people look like right now.
I think most of them have done Botox or fillers, something called fillers.
Yeah.
Of which this is hyaluronic.
What are fillers?
Fillers are hyaluronic acid.
So it's also injected into the body?
It's injected. It's supposed to give a lift to the face, rather reverse some of the... For example, if you have folds around the nasolabial area, you can have fillers injected in that area. You can have fillers injected in your jawline to enhance your jawline. You can have fillers injected on your lips. I think most people see that a lot with our celebrities, where you see our celebrities having fish lips, supple, bouncy lips. There's fillers there. But
let me ask you, do those lips have sensation? Like if you were to kiss them, do they feel nice, or do you feel like you're kissing some sponge?
I think it's normal. I wouldn't know on a patient's perspective, but they're not supposed to interfere with your natural anatomy.
But don't I see them being unable to smile? Like when they smile, they're like...
For example, I think when it comes to such errors come in with Botox.
Okay.
Where something, how do we call it? There's a name for it, where your Botox, like you get poached by your Botox, rather.
Yeah. And
somehow your eyebrow, one of your eyebrows is higher than the other.
Hey.
So you're constantly, it happens, and it's only a matter of technique as well.
Dave, can you focus on this? This is what you look like, right? I don't know. Is one of my eyelids lifted?
Yeah, it is. So you find that you have an inclined structure when it comes, because maybe the technique was wrong, or
Yeah.
it didn't really, or someone didn't do the correct quantities, or I don't know. But now the problem comes in. Okay, let me go back to the celebrities who look weird. You keep injecting hyaluronic. The thing about it, after, I think it's advisable, like after a few years, like maybe 3, you have them dissolved, and then you can redo it again. Dissolve whatever was initially there.
Yeah.
Because the more it's a build up.
So they have to remove
you
it.
end up, yeah. And also, again, if you're doing fillers on your face, don't use body fillers.
Body fillers, like there's fillers that go to the body, like to your boobs.
Yeah.
What do people put fillers again? Isn't it just boobs?
Hips, to
Oh.
enhance your hips.
Buttocks too.
Yeah.
Or maybe they don't do it in the buttocks.
For boobs, I think it's more of implants and buttocks too. But to enhance your shape, you
Okay.
can do like body fillers.
Is that what Body by Design, the company that closed down, was doing? Or are we not supposed to use that name? You know, there was a hospital that bought some surgery a few months ago.
And they passed away. I remember.
Yeah, and then
I
the patient
remember.
passed away.
Yeah. It's sad.
So that's what they were doing. They were adding fillers to shape the body.
I think they were doing a lipo,
Okay.
and it didn't go well. I never really looked into the story, but yeah.
So what you're saying is all these things have, like,
I don't think
risks.
there's nothing. I mean, all of these things have risks. But for me, if I was asked, what's the one thing I would do? Because being in the industry, and you get to learn. I'm still learning as well.
Yeah.
You get to learn what is what, which is which, what works, which has the highest risk. And I feel like polynucleotides are the most.
At the best.
They're the safest.
Less riskier.
Yeah.
Less riskier.
Yeah, because
Okay.
one, the salmon DNA is closest to the human DNA.
Okay. That's why you use salmon DNA. Okay. I
Yeah.
see.
And salmon has been used initially in wound healing procedures.
Yeah, like the skin of salmon.
Yeah, the skin of salmon. Like, for example, if you have a burn, they come and sew in salmon skin.
Yeah.
Just to help the skin heal faster.
Is that because salmon skin is full of collagen and they're probably trying to use that as a scaffold on
Yeah,
your...
as that
cells
well.
can build on your body?
Yeah, that too. But again, remember the polynucleotides also trigger collagen production in your cells.
Okay.
Yeah. So that, and also the fact that it's a skin booster, basically.
So can I put salmon skin on my face? You know those things that... those kitchen products, those kitchen vegetables that your mother puts on her face.
Yeah.
Can we give her salmon skin and tell her, Mom, just put salmon skin on your face?
She'll be sold.
Okay.
She'll be very sold. She actually even asks me to try and get her, but I'm like, you have to come and do the procedure. Because for me, I deal with injectables, not the topical products.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Hey. There's a story on Nation newspaper talking about this 73-year-old woman. Let me actually... Dave, let's put this up on the screen. Anyways, they say that this 73-year-old woman from somewhere in America who looks decades younger because of what she eats. So do you think that if we were to change our diet, we would not need to take care of our skin with skincare products?
100%.
Okay.
Because whatever you consume, there's something called ROS, which are, let me remember,
Radicals?
Yeah, the radicals, which lead to oxidation in the body. And again, that leads to aging, the aging effect.
Yeah.
So if you're eating sugar, we all know sugar. Sugar is always the culprit. And we do not need to even try and defend it because it's clearly the culprit. In most cases, it fuels cancer. It's the cause of diabetes. So if you're
Cut out all sugar?
Yeah?
Cut out all sugar is what you're saying then?
Yes. So
and when you're saying cut out sugar, are we saying cut out like the sugar that we add into our food or cut out like carbs?
We can start... Okay, carbs is... You can have limited amount of carbs. let's avoid processed sugar.
Okay.
Processed sugar, we can start with that.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of Coca-Cola we consume in a day.
I was told that Coca-Cola has 22 spoonfuls of sugar. Let's put up a picture of Coca-Cola. And Coca-Cola, you guys should pay me for putting up an advert of you guys. Anyways, yeah. Actually, find a picture of Coca-Cola with the 22 spoonfuls of sugar next to it. I think there's a photo like that somewhere on the internet, and put it up.
Yeah. So I feel like we take too much processed sugar. And trust me, if you compare generations, if we look at time before modernization, the lifespan was longer.
Mm-hmm.
There were less diseases. There were less... Actually, something I noticed, I've been looking into it for the longest time. Do you feel like there's a surge in eczema for kids?
I feel that. That is true.
Every kid nowadays being born has eczema.
You know, I haven't really looked into what eczema is actually. Long ago, you know, I used to think eczema is what do you call the disease where you have white patches?
Mashilingi.
No. Not ringworms. There's, you know, when people have like white patches on their
Opele.
skin. No. Oh man, anyways, I'll remember it. Probably will put it. You know what? Let's put it down on the screen here for people to see what it is.
Yeah.
You will remember it. But anyways, yeah. You were talking about
Yeah, I think there's a surge,
eczema.
and I feel like it's fully dependent on our lifestyles at the moment. Because trust me, having grown up in Ushago, personally, I don't even remember any of my friends having eczema until in high school.
What does eczema look like when people have it?
The skin is very dry. There's itchiness. Like the skin generally looks very irritated. It looks like you'll put up a picture. It
Yeah.
looks very irritated. It's
Yeah.
dry.
Yeah,
It's
Dave,
very
let's put a
itchy.
picture of eczema on the screen.
It's not the best. It looks scaly. It leaves the skin looking a bit scaly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very uncomfortable. Very. Personally, I've had, I think I had eczema on my foot at some point.
The disease I was talking about is vitiligo.
Oh, vitiligo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I used to think eczema is vitiligo.
Vitiligo.
Yeah, until I learned that it isn't.
Yeah. And I don't know, I've never actually looked deeply into vitiligo. Do you think it's also tied to our lifestyles at the moment?
I think everything right now is tied to our lifestyle because, you know, our DNA gets damaged all the time, right? Because of what we eat,
The sun.
because of the sun, and other things that we expose ourselves to. So microplastics is up there too. And right now there's microplastics in everything, from the clothes that we wear. So we would somehow breathe in the microplastics from the clothes we wear when we walk outside.
Yeah.
When you buy a new car and you have that nice scent in the car from the
The
perfumes.
crisp
Oh,
smell.
so all these things have this plastics that live forever. And they're very small that they could, you know,
Damage.
lead to mutations in our
Yeah.
DNA. And so all these diseases are a result of the you know, mutations are built on top of each other you know,
Yeah.
over the years.
True.
And I feel like it's sad. You know, we are so technologically advanced, but at the same time, the technological advancement is taking us years behind. You know, like it's like we go 2 steps forward and then we go like 3 steps backward.
Yeah.
So I think that we will live for long. I think that we'll probably look young when we are older, but at the same time, we'll spend a lot of money keeping these things at bay. So and it is just sad, you know, like especially when young people fall sick
It is.
as a result of all these contaminants.
Autoimmune diseases.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Now that
Do
we're
you
talking
think-
about this, go on.
Sorry, just one question. Do you believe, I was reading some time back, I was reading about genetic decoding. Like you can actually do that by changing to the nitty gritty of what you eat and how you cook it. you can change your genetic coding to spare your generations. I was reading about it. I never gave it too much attention.
I will just think of that, from a very surface level. I think that since exposing yourselves to too many contaminants could lead to very serious mutations in a DNA, then if you avoid exposure to pesticides and manure and all these other things that have microplastics, perfumes, all these scented soaps, etc., then essentially you avoid exposing your body to contaminants that will alter or that will lead to mutation in your genes, right? And that way your future genes will be protected. Because one thing that we need to remember is that when we have mutations, sometimes those mutations don't affect us, but we'll pass them down onto our offspring. So it's our offspring that actually gets affected.
True.
And that, you see that in, so there's a portion of Darwin's theory that I subscribe to, and of course a major portion that I don't subscribe to. The fact that mutations led to adaptations to some environments. So if you live in a certain environment and you have a certain mutation, for example, that gives you a longer neck, if you're a giraffe and you have a longer neck and you live in the savannah, and you need a long neck for you to eat leaves that are high up, as opposed to if you have a short neck or you didn't get a mutation in your DNA that gives you a short neck, and so essentially you don't eat. You don't survive because you can't eat.
Yeah.
So thinking of that from that perspective, I do believe that we can do whatever you call genetic decoding. I haven't read it up though. Maybe I'm going to look up some papers tonight.
I'm also going. I read it in passing. You know how you find articles about something, and I read it in passing, and it left me thinking, and I wanted to sit and actually dive into it because it actually made sense. It's tied to what you're telling me.
Yeah.
About some of these things we do, and you see the same way in the Bible. There's a point where some guy who had leprosy, and
Naaman?
I'm not too sure. I don't remember the name, but
the guy who went and washed himself in the river 7 times, or
the one who people are saying, is it his father's sins?
Okay, yeah, that's not Naaman, definitely.
That's Naaman.
No, that's not Naaman.
Oh,
I think it was maybe someone else. It was during Jesus' time.
Yeah.
It was way late in the New Testament.
Okay, I don't remember that he was even blind but yeah, they were saying that he's going through whatever he's experiencing in this time. Anyway, I think maybe they were referring to genetic
decoding. Or undecoding.
Maybe his dad was a drunkard. And he bore the sins of his father, as speculated. Yeah.
I'm sitting here listening to you talking about genetic coding and all this, and I'm wondering, don't you think that people like you are contributing to this genetic coding by us, injecting ourselves with all these things and applying all these things to ourselves? Should we assume that so long as something is sold in the pharmacy, it is 100% safe?
As long as it's in the pharmacy? Not really.
Okay.
I think the original Kenyan reference to drugs is poisons for a reason. Because they are poisons. Drugs can actually kill you. In as much as they give a solution, they can kill you. And there's a reason why they also have side effects as well.
Yeah.
So the same way, if you take certain drugs for too long, you might end up, for example, this drug that you're not supposed to give to a certain age group of kids. I think it's tetracyclines. You're not supposed to give them between a certain age.
Yeah.
Because it leads to, I think their teeth turn yellow.
Oh.
Something of the sort.
I feel like my teeth are yellow. Maybe I was given tetracycline when I was a baby. Or they're like yellow, like not this yellow.
Like yellow.
Okay. Like 100% yellow. No, maybe I have like 15 or 10 or 5% yellow.
No. Anyway, that, and also, again, some drugs you're not supposed to take when you're
pregnant.
when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
because you might end up with a child who doesn't have an arm.
Mm-hmm.
So drugs actually do impact
The children
gen-
in generations as they grow older.
no, not really. It's
Even the genes.
the genes
Okay.
themselves.
So let me ask you then, when I go into a pharmacy and I'm looking at a skincare product, when I look at the label, are there things that I should look at first? Is there like things that I should say, these ingredients, I should pay attention to these ones?
There
Would you say
are.
that?
There are. I don't have them offered.
Okay.
But there are some that are claimed to be carcinogenic, that lead to mutations.
Yeah.
Rather, you just need to be careful. I normally, when it comes to skincare, quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Don't go for cheap things just because
Hey.
they're.
Go for toothpaste. Because it works.
My advice is some things are expensive, but they're not really recommended. So also have your practitioner in the loop of what you're doing. Don't just rush. I have, because I've worked in a pharmacy and I interact with these things a lot.
Yeah.
My friends have made me their dermatologists. So they're always constantly asking me, should I use this? Should I use this? And I'm like, no, not this, not that. But especially as Kenyans, we have the habit of, anatumia aloe vera. Hata mimi wacha nitumie.
Yeah, they're using aloe vera. Let me use aloe vera too.
To the point where I've seen, I don't know that I should give case scenarios.
Yeah, you could.
Okay, yeah. I've had patients who come looking for insulin injections because it worked for someone else. And it's not like, if you look at them,
they're not diabetic.
they just need to trigger metabolism, maybe by working out or changing their diet, and they'll be able to manage it. But because their friend who's diabetic, who's obese, was given insulin injection, like they were put on insulin medication, and it worked for them and they turned out great, they want to be put on that.
Isn't that the case with Ozempic?
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So that's what I was talking about.
So
I
can
don't
you
know.
okay, so recap that story, the Ozempic story then.
Yeah. You come in, they come and they ask you, nataka hii na hii na hii.
I want Ozempic.
Ra-
You
eh,
don't want to say
nataka-
Ozempic? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say it because you don't want to say it. So they come and say, I want Ozempic because my friend was using Ozempic.
And I want Ozempic, and you're like, you can start by taking, supplements that trigger metabolism and probably hit the gym.
Yeah.
It will work. But they don't want that.
So maybe before you go to Ozempic, go through all these steps, because there are some people who have actually tried all these things. They
And they
haven't
didn't.
worked.
Yeah.
And that's why they are on Ozempic.
Yeah. Or probably just because they have other issues. That's why they were put on Ozempic.
Do you think Ozempic is over-marketed?
I think so. Okay, I think there's how do we call it? There's an overhype about it. I mean, it's been there. I've heard about it for the longest time. I think when I got into the pharmaceutical field, I found it there. There are also other injections, but Ozempic is the most hyped for some reason.
You said here that, maybe you didn't use this word, but you said something to the effect that cheap is expensive.
Cheap is
that
expensive.
that from skincare products you should spend.
Don't be afraid to spend for your for quality skincare products.
So if someone is on a budget, are there 2 or 3 products that you can recommend that this products you absolutely need these ones?
Basic. This is if you've gotten into, you're trying to establish your skincare routine, of which I think it's necessary, especially with pollution and how our lifestyles generally. A cleanser is necessary. A cleanser should be able to, remove the dirt. We walk around and we get exposed to so many free radicals from the smoke being emitted into the air, to dust, to you touch a surface, you don't know what you've touched your face. So a cleanser is a necessity. A good moisturizer is another thing, just so that we don't want ashy brothers out here. Anafanya hivi, it starts snowing. So a good moisturizer,
Yeah.
just to take care of your skin. One of my colleagues normally says the skin is like it's like a sponge. So the same case, when the sponge is dry, it you can even crack it.
Yeah.
So you need to moisturize your skin. And then another thing is sunscreen. I think those are the three major things. Those are the three must-haves. A cleanser, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen. Mostly because of the UVA, UVB sun rays. We've destroyed our ozone layer, so it's an essential. When you're getting out of the house, walk with your sunscreen.
Yeah.
Please.
People would kill me because I never had. My wife is always telling me, "Man, you need sunscreen." I'm like, "Man, I'm okay. I'm dark. I have enough melanin."
Yeah, someone also told me the same thing the other day. Like, I don't use.
So I should get sunscreen. You
Please
think?
do. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
With all my glowing melanin.
I don't think it's enough. I mean, we are at an advantage compared to our brothers and sisters
Who don't have enough melanin.
Yeah, we have an advantage, but still, again, we are still prone to carcinogens.
You said
we're
here
still-
that you said something here.
Yeah,
You said that we are prone to carcinogens, and I want to. And you've also said that our skin would be dry if we don't use moisturizer.
yeah,
Drinking water, doesn't it help with keeping our skin supple and soft and smooth, I guess?
if you're able to drink enough water,
So can you drink
The
enough
better.
water and avoid moisturizer?
yeah, you can, as long as you. Because again, when it comes to your body, I feel like the body has other priorities, like ensuring your kidney is filtering out as much
That is possible.
that as possible. So if you take little water, you can't expect it to be. And the skin is the largest part of the body. It covers a huge area. So if you take 2 cups of water in a day, it does not suffice.
Yeah.
And again, I think unless you're practically a fish on land, that's the only way. Like, it's necessary. The sun itself drains water from your skin. In as much as you've drank, I don't know how many gallons of water, it's good to have moisture because it seals in the moisture as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've told me about mistakes that people make. Like when they come to you and they tell you that I saw someone using this product, prescribe it to me, please, and let me use it. Are there any other mistakes that you see that people make when they are caring for their skin, especially when it comes to mixing products? Could you mix products that are bad that end up affecting you?
Yes. There's a mistake. Okay, for example, I'm going to use a case scenario. You've gone to the pharmacy, or rather you've seen your dermatologist. You've been given a prescription. You've seen your dermatologist, you've been given your prescription, and you've been given your morning routine
Yeah.
and your night routine. And you've been told, do not use the night routine during the day. Because the minute this thing interacts with the sun, it will cause skin damage.
Yeah.
A good example is the retinoids. Like retinol, the vitamin A derivatives, I think it's vitamin A. But like tretinoin, adapalene, you've been told, use it only at night. Or even sometimes like steroids, you've been told, use it only at night. But you go ahead because you're
Because you're
loving.
smart.
Because you're the modern day Einstein. Wendo kujua. You go ahead and apply on your normal routine. You apply your tretinoin and you say, sintaongeza sunscreen June. Oh, I mean, yeah, the sunscreen is supposed to protect your skin, but you are told do not use it during the day. And then when your skin breaks, you're like, ule daktari bana. Alinidanganya. But in essence, you're the one who didn't follow
Instructions.
Yeah. So those are some of the mistakes. And also, again, umeshaanza routine yako. Ukaona rafiki yako ako 5 steps ahead of you. And they are using a different thing. You do not want to wait out the process. You jump onto you want to jump onto what they're having. And again, our skin, like everyone has different skin. We all have different skin types. Some have combination skin. Others have oily skin. Others have dry skin. But you want to shift from your dry skin routine to an oily person's routine. And then again, when it kikiumana, who's to blame?
You.
Yeah. So that's another mistake. Again, diet. That's very important. You can't eat sugar and expect, things to run smoothly. You can't take alcohol and you expect to look sweet 16 for the next 50 years. Yeah.
Damn. So avoid all those things. To look young, avoid sugar and alcohol.
Yeah.
And you look young.
Yeah, avoid
Drink a lot
sugar
of water.
and alcohol. Drink a lot of water. Pray.
Pray that you're drinking enough water. I think.
Be happy. Avoid stress.
Do you think there are people who are not happy because of what they see out here, because they compare themselves too much with other people?
100%. Being one of them.
What do you say? What did you mean by that?
Being one of them. Comparing, like checking.
You compare yourself to other people and then you want to be like
Or rather,
them.
I'm a work in progress. We're still learning. But I used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
And rather call it, I used to, my best friend normally calls it people-pleasing tendencies.
Yeah.
So I used to have a lot of that. But again, I think we're slowly working on that. We should stop. We're not the same. The same way we have different skin types. Your life is not the same as mine. The minute you sit and focus on what you have now, or rather be engrossed in what you have at the moment, you find joy in the little things, and you slowly move towards what you want, where you want to be.
Yeah.
But the minute you start comparing yourself to other people and setting your pace, you want your pace to go
With their pace. Setting yourself up for failure?
Yeah. Ultimately. Yeah. So.
Sharnis, hanging out with you has been lovely.
Me too.
And
I've enjoyed.
This conversation has been very beautiful. And as we are finishing off here, there's this tradition that I have on this pod where I normally treat my guests as presidents. And so you have been the president here today and you're leaving office today. And so I borrowed this from the United States presidency, whereby the current president leaves a letter for the next president who's coming into office. And so since what we do here is have conversations and ask questions, the most recent guest here left a question for you.
Okay.
You're also going to get an opportunity to leave a question for the next guest on the show.
Okay.
But your question is, and I don't see these questions until I'm just about to ask it. So your question is, at what age will you like to die?
That's a tough. I mean,
You can take it in whatever direction. You don't have to answer directly.
Okay. At what age would I want to die? I don't have a specific, age. At in 80. When I get to 80, that's when I think my books should close. Not really, but I believe in the fact that we all have our life purpose and the things that we're supposed to accomplish. Most of us never get to know them. Some of us understand ourselves as we go, and some people get to do that on an early age. Some people get to do that in their late age. But for me, I would say I'd be comfortable to rest the minute I accomplish what I was put in this world to do. And I see myself as a problem solver, so.
Beautiful.
Those many problems I will solve. That's when I will rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So here's your opportunity to write a question to the next guest on the
Okay.
show. Take your time, think about it, and whenever you're ready, you can write it down. Like I said, I don't see it until the guest is seated right in front of me.
Okay.
Sharnis, hanging out with you here has been very beautiful. Like I
Thank you
said.
so much.
And, thanks for being willing to be vulnerable enough to share your story here with us and share your line of work with us and share your advice with the folks out here.
Yeah.
On behalf of the Couch Connect, I want to thank you and, for what you've told us. It is possible that in my line of having this chat with you, I didn't ask you the right question to evoke the right response to something. But if there's something you think that maybe you'd like to share with the folks out here as your parting shot, this is your opportunity to tell them.
My parting shot, be so good at what you do. Like, take seriously what you have in hand to the point that you're so good at it that when people hear something in line with that, the first person to think about is you. So, be very good at what you do. Give it your full intention, give it your full passion, give it your full attention, give it your all, and it always leads to, it eventually bears fruit. So yeah.
Nice. Folks, if you made it this far, I think it's because you did like this episode. So if you haven't yet, do subscribe to this channel and remember to tell your friends to tell their friends. I've been hanging out with Sharnis Magati today. Sharnis is a pharmaceutical technician. Sharnis is a pharmaceutical technician and an aesthetician medical representative, right?
Yeah, recently an aesthetics medical representative.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Till next time.
Thank you for
Do take
having
care.
me. Bye.
Kwaheri.